welcome to week 11 of Huck's 52-week movie challenge. This week's category was a Ryan Gosling movie. So this is the second of our actor themed categories. So we watched a movie starring Ryan Gosling. There are plenty of movies to choose from, but this lined up with the release of Project Hail Mary, which is the movie that I went with. Was one of my most anticipated movies of the year. I was not going to miss out on this. I saw it in IMAX. Again, one of my most anticipated. It's not quite the number one movie that I'm most anticipated for, but it was top three, top four probably, and it exceeded my expectations. Let's just talk about this. So, it's based on a book by Andy Weir. I have not read the book yet. I am very much looking forward to reading it now that I've seen the movie. But it follows a science teacher, Ryland Grace, played by Ryan Gosling. He wakes up in space, light years from home, with no recollection of why he's there. As his memory begins to return, he, kind of begins to remember what the mission was all about, and he has to solve this riddle of this mysterious substance that is causing the sun to die. Along the way, he forms an unlikely friendship. Turns out he won't have to, take this journey by himself. Again, I absolutely love this movie. It was phenomenal. It was big, emotional, sci-fi. It truly connected. It's long. It's 2.5 hours long. I'm not gonna, sugarcoat that, but for me, it didn't really feel that it was super, super long. The story is intense at times. There's a lot of tension that kind of builds up throughout, but it's really kind of broken up by humor. I didn't realize there was going to be so much humor in this movie, but it really is. Like, aside from that, it's full of heart and charm. Really kind of built around the relationship that Ryland Grace makes with Rocky. If you've read the book, you know the story. If you haven't read the book and are watching this, I'm trying not to spoil anything for you guys, but really the relationship between the two is just kind of that heart and soul of the movie, and it's just really, really fantastic and just so well done. Ryan Gosling really kind of carries the movie for the most part on his own. There is a small cast kind of around him. You have Sandra Hüller, who is really good. You have Lionel Boyce, who was a nice little surprise. He delivers a lot of the comedy and comic relief in the movie. If you don't know Lionel Boyce, he's from the show The Bear. He's also very good in that one. So if you haven't watched The Bear, go check it out. And then you have, I'm going to butcher her name, so let me just go look it up real quick. Milana Vaintrub, I'm probably mispronouncing that, and Ken Leung as well, in supporting roles. And they're not in it too much. They're more in the flashback scenes. But what's really the heart of the movie, though, is Rocky. The character basically steals the movie, at least in my opinion. The relationship between him and Gosling is there's just an immediate chemistry which you wouldn't really expect, and it's just this kind of budding friendship that really kind of just, it's so heartwarming at the core of this, and it just adds so much of the warmth and humor and emotional weight of the film. Like I said, borderline buddy movie. I don't know. I don't want to keep calling it that because it's not really what it's supposed to be, but it just has like that element of like kind of almost like a buddy comedy, just surrounded by the big epic sci-fi movie that it truly really is. The story and the structure, like I said, I never read the book. I do need to pick that up, so I will read it probably in a few months when I'm on vacation. I like to read when I'm on vacation, but the structure of it was really well done. There's a lot of flashback scenes, and I really felt that that worked to help tell the story. It really builds the story naturally, to be honest. Um, there's a bit of a twist that caught me off guard toward the end of the movie a little bit. And I won't go too much into details of it, but it kind of deals with how he actually ended up on the ship. So that one I was not expecting. Little twist surprise there. And of course you have the sci-fi elements. Obviously it's very heavy and very detailed. I mean, it is sci-fi to the max. It is just really well done, and it's a complex sci-fi that's kind of made accessible through the characters and the storytelling. Really, just really beautifully done. Again, it's based on the book by Andy Weir, who also did The Martian, and it's directed by Chris Miller and Phil Lord, who are the guys behind 21 Jump Street and 22 Jump Street. I think they did one of the Lego movies as well. So really well directed by the two of them. And I think they really did a good job. Again, I really need to read the book. I know that they probably cut a lot out from the book to make the movie, but that's just how these things work. It'd be a 6-hour movie if you did the entire book. But really, it just has a really good mix of intensity and emotion and humor, really built into this giant epic sci-fi movie. Surprisingly funny. Really, I just did not expect that. And I gotta say, if you're gonna go see it in IMAX. It's worth it. It's see it on the biggest screen possible and just sit back and enjoy it. It's like I said, it's a big sci-fi movie with a ton of heart, and I think it probably was one of my favorite movie going experiences so far this year. And I don't know. I don't know if they'll do a sequel. Probably. I don't know if I'm really hoping for one, to be honest. I don't know if I really need one, but I'll go see it if they do. I just love this movie so much, and I really can't wait to read the book. So that is it. That is my thoughts on Project Hail Mary for week 11 of Ryan Gosling movie. Next week we have a black and white movie for week 12. So I have one picked out. I am going back to The Master of Suspense with Alfred Hitchcock. I got one picked out. One of my goals this year was to watch a little bit more of the Hitchcock filmography, so kind of working on that here with this 52-week movie challenge. If you'd like to see the full list of all the categories for the 52-week movie challenge, just stay tuned to the very end. I'll post that after I wrap everything up here. So that is all. Let me know down in the comments below. Did you see Project Hail Mary? What did you think of it? Love it, hate it? Did you read the book? And what did you think of how it compared to the book? So again, just drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think of that. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and share this out with your movie loving friends. I am on Letterboxd, Instagram, and Facebook. I'll put a link in the description to all those social media platforms. Thank you again for watching, and I'll catch you next time.